Welcome back everyone. Now this is done a little bit different. This is basically like a live stream. I am sat playing as we speak. I haven't pre-recorded gameplay and I'm talking over it, so my my fuck ups are going to be right there for all to see. But anyway, let's crack on with this. We are still dun, dun, dun. Whee! For the win. Oh no! I believe they mildly... Just need to turn the sound down in my own ears. Should be fine for you guys later on. But a little loud for little old me right now. So yeah. See, I think they retconned it a little. The whole idea was that we were doing our thing, playing a bit of murder football, and then Deathwing shows up and does his thing, as the World Breaker does, and the whole volcano explodes, and lo and behold, everybody dies and only a few make it out. But I think they've said that the greed, they've now added in that the greed of the goblins, they had already undermined the volcano. It was going to go off eventually. So hashtag Deathwing did nothing wrong, apparently. But I don't know whether that's more of a modern spin on it, you know. In terms of environmentalism, who the fuck knows?
I get no respect around here. Don't try anything stupid. Yeah? What do you want?
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, we're a female goblin. I had to in some way separate it from my actual goblin. Two male goblin warlocks, it would be a bit much. Right, you are eating, so you're gonna want more food. You are drinking, you're gonna want more.
Quickly!
You're gonna want more drink. You're going to be sick.
You looking at me?
You're drinking.
Don't waste my time.
You're eating.
Go, go!
You're eating. You are. Oh, he's eating as well.
Makes sense.
They changed this because there should be people dancing and stuff like that.
Make sense.
Work complete.
Oh no, there's a dude dancing. I host the best parties. I'm gonna go so far as that. I wish they'd add in.
Can I help you with something?
Goblins. I was kind of hoping
You can make it here. You can make
with this expansion with BFA that we'd get more of a goblin-esque theme. Yeah, I know corruption. I know. Yes, they've given us. We got Motherload as a dungeon, but I was kind of hoping we'd get a goblin version of Mechagon, shall we say. Which I don't think is going to happen, but rumour has it what we're going to get instead for that last phase is we're actually going to get Mulgore. The home of the Taurans is going to be our... You die. It's gonna be our last area, and I as somebody that's shouted constantly that we should reuse more of the old world, I'm more than happy with that. Not entirely sure. I meant basically turning it into another place where we get to do world quests, but beggars and choosers, my friend, beggars and choosers. I think I will say, having played some more classic, forget things like corruption not being insta-cast unless you put points in it. I actually kind of like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, not at my end character, but I don't mind starting out with these abilities slightly different. I said it in the video I put out last night, I think it was, when talking about classic, is that you got to learn from stuff like that. You know, there's no shame in learning and thinking, actually, do you know what? Yeah, okay, we went one direction with, you know, with WoW, but we are now in a very rare position that we get to go back and potentially correct mistakes, things we didn't want to, things that we weren't happy with. I mean, that's pretty damn rare. We get a new toy. Pim. Oh, Gallywix is upstairs. I forgot about that. Go on, Impy. Always think, if you guys have never rolled a Warlock, you won't know, but okay. Uptail, we'll take that. You can't change your Warlock's, the pet's name. You kind of summon it from the darkness and then see what you get.
Well, spit it out. Stay strong.
It's a pretty easy quest objective. We can do that. Alright. Hey, little rogue.
Go.
I will say, if you, I remember when the Goblin starting zone came out, and obviously the Worgens came out at the same time. I gotta say, from a personal point of view, I much prefer the Worgen starting area. I prefer the story. I prefer the aesthetics. But I would say to anybody, at least do both. Do both the starting areas, because they are some of the best. The Demon Hunter one's very good. The Panda one, to me, I'll say, is very Marmite. You're either going to really like it and really get into it, or it's not going to be for you. Which is probably the same with the Goblins, in all fairness. It's one of those that you might play it and go, actually, that was alright, I quite like that. Or you'll go, I never want to, never, ever want to go near that fucking thing again. Because it was awful. Alright, so fingers crossed, we should, in this video, get off the island. Or at least off of this area. Where is this island? You know what I mean. I get it. Yep, we want to get our riches out. I get all that. I get it. Let's do it. Good luck! It's a bit OTT, but thank you. Ooh, dynamite, yes. Come on, we gotta be almost done by now. Because I've got LV, I don't get, or at least I didn't see. You don't get the bar go up. That actually tells you when you're close to being done. Alright, let's go steal some precious goblin artwork. Liz, when's this going to be a mount? Yeah, we've got the new two-person camel. Make this a recruiter friend mount. Alright, for those of you who can't see, we're actually wearing a disguise, which is why they're not attacking us. But there are certain guards. There's one, there you go, over there. Certain guards with dogs that will still attack us. So we've thrown the armor. This, by the way, is Gallywix's gaff. We're stealing all of his precious artwork. That is the Goblin Lisa. And we got the Mouldy Falcon is next. See how far he's going to walk. It's funny enough, given the level I'm at, because I'm what, level 5? Earlier on today I was playing some more Classic on the stress test, and I was level 4 and went up against a level 6 or 7 I think it was. 4. And it took everything. I was playing as a hunter. It took absolutely everything not to die by this thing. Trying to kite it, reapplying my venoms, because if you don't know, or serpent shot, if you don't know, the point blank range, you can't use your bow. So you have to swap to melee. Just trying to get away, ping it with a shot, then come in, raptor strike. And there was a level of skills overselling it. But there was a level of, if I mess this up... Yeah, I've been there, dude. If I mess this up, I'm going to die. Whereas, as that guy's doing... Right, well, proving my point. He's at 3/4 health. Killed both of those. Didn't even break a sweat. And now we get it back. So I kind of want these to be no more than 15 minutes long, these videos. And I think we're on track. Sorry, buddy. I got places to be. Let's go. Get this thing right here. So, for those of you that have never done this before, the general gist of the story is, as you saw before, Deathwing has basically been the final nail in the coffin for the volcano. And it's going to erupt, killing all of us. So we've had to get all of our assets out the bank. We've had to steal some extra assets to make a bit of money. And the general idea now is we need to get off the island. But Gallywix will only let certain people off the island. And that's basically those that have the money to afford it.
Makes sense. On your way.
But it may not go entirely to plan. I completely fucked that up. Do I have Doogie on? I do have Doogie on, that's one. So you're going to see certain things happen while I'm playing, which is, and I'm going to completely miss the 15-minute mark. Do better, Monsieur Grimm. Do better. You're going to see, sort of, if I get a new piece of gear, it's just going to automatically come up and say, do you want to equip this? Waypoint markers for quests popping up, stuff like that. That's all Doogie. So that little thing there, Doogie quest helper. But basically, just while I'm leveling, I can't be asked to look at gear and equip it. So I just, right, just do it for me. Generally, you get gear at such a high rate that it just do it for me. Hit him, MP. Must have done. Also, you can see a lot of this Kezhan, and I believe it is also. I'm trying to remember now. Is it a quest in just outside Desara Law in Zandalar? There's a quest where basically there's the intelligent monkeys. The monkey that you fight in the raid. They are protecting, for want of a better term, the Kezhan, and the goblins want it. I think that's roughly correct. Yeah, this whole section is just about amassing money to buy our way off the island. You need a gazillion macaroons for it. We might as well hand in liberating Kezhan, and then we got to run over the robbers.
Go! Go! Move it!
And then you can fuck up and drive like that. Like a tool! Alright, let's punch this, because I'd rather not go too long. Or get stuck. Less haste, more speed? Is that the same? Anyway, let's just get this done. So yeah, basically the pirates are still here. And they're stealing stuff in the town. We need to run them over. Get the loot. And again, this is all going into our big pile of cash we give to Gallywix. I tried to go all the way around the house. Failed. Sorry, goblins. You're immune to it. You're alright with me running you over. There we go. Thought there was one. Going to head into town. And number 10. Number 11. Oh! The only reason we missed him because he was a dwarf, and I think I drove basically over the top of him. Okay, let's head home. There's one last thing to do, okay? We've robbed the bank. We've stolen priceless artifacts from Gallywix. And now, supposedly in the time, sold them off for cash. Now, we've stolen all the gold that the pirates have amassed. The only thing we have left is this building. So now we need to commit insurance fraud.
What's up?
Come on, you think of a more goblin thing to
Don't
do?
be a stranger. No loitering. Whatever that means.
No loitering. I'm gonna say, if we lived here, we were not safe at all. Couldn't have done this when Gallywix was here. Oh, we need some. Oh, not my pineapple. We could have taken that with me. And now we set in the flame bot. Balloons with gas cans on.
Work complete.
And there we go. So he's now the claims adjuster.
Don't waste my time. Careful out there.
Yeah? What do you want? Security,
Work complete.
enforcement, extortion. We do
Alright.
all.
So we've now reached the required amount of money. I went over 20 minutes as well. Grim, you're rubbish at this. We've now reached the required amount of money that Gallywix will accept us on his luxury pleasure craft. We'll get probably a lovely cabin, beautiful views, And we'll sail into any of the major harbours, Orgrimmar, Stormwind, and have a pleasant couple of days, maybe recuperating in many of the fine taverns, and then we'll go on building our life, and yeah, just, you know, being the goblin entrepreneur we are. What can possibly go wrong? I was gonna jump it, but I can't. What the hell? There we go. And there's all the people we've met.
You better be here to make me money.
Congratulations, you made it! I see that you've bought me all that I asked for, including your hot rod. That's not cool. Brazilian macaroons could have been easy to come by. I'm now the wealthiest, most powerful goblin, and all the Azeroth. Too bad for you that I'm changing the terms of our deal. Now you're my slave! Get below decks and take your turn shoveling coal. Next stop, Ashara. That is our life now. Worthless slaves. My plans of relaxing in a hot tub in a hotel are gone.
This is all your fault. We were supposed to have these stupid slaves to Kalimdor days ago. I'm not taking the fall for this one. You're the one who got us lost. What does it matter? Gallywix is gonna have both our heads. Shh. Did you hear that?
I know they're not particularly popular goblins, but I do love them.
It doesn't matter. Our orders are to capture the Horde target at all costs. No witnesses.
That's going to sound cruel, especially as I love the goblins. But I like that side of it. That the Alliance were given orders to, no matter what, nobody was to see this. Adds a little bit of a darker side, which is more realistic. They would be given orders, take the Horde target, make sure nobody sees you do it. If, sadly, you do get seen by a fisherman or something, make sure, wink, nod, air quotations, they don't see it. Or they certainly don't ever get the chance to tell anyone. And there you go, that's me dead. Well, that was the end of a productive series. And that is us done, ladies and gentlemen. I was going for 15 minutes, we ended up almost 25. Yeah, you might need to work on that, Grim. Thank you, everyone. Do not panic. We shall live. Come on, spark us to life. I can't end the series on us dead goblin body. Come on, use those wet jumper cables in the middle of the ocean on me on what is no doubtly a wet... No, okay, we're not yet. Come on!
What's the word on the street?
Don't go into the light. And there we go. Right, that's me done, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great weekend. And fear not, there will be some more... There will be more. It's easy for me to say. Adventures of Cuddles to come.